Alright guys, if you're wondering why in the first 10 seconds of this video we sound like we're a bunch of morons, and it's because if you look at the title, it's One Piece, and everyone knows that one of the most iconic things about One Piece is not the animation, it's not the One Piece itself, it's not even how long the episodes are, it's all about the laugh.
That's right.
Yep. And today, we're back! It's been a while. I think we took a Christmas break, I could be wrong. I think we recorded before Christmas or after Christmas?
I think we did one episode before Christmas. That
Okay.
was our first episode.
Okay, if we did one episode before Christmas, I hope y'all had a great Christmas and a good New Year. And if it was after Christmas we recorded it, I hope your New Year's is still going good, because it's still in the first month. So, as you can tell by the title, it's Wano Watch. And it's episode 2. Not as much episodes as we had beforehand, because before that we had watched over, 975 episodes, and about a good 20, 30 episodes of Wano. But now, we got all the way through Odin's Past, we've got to Act 3 of Wano, and we have met Yamato, who, let me just say, she is hot.
Yes.
That's right, bitches. I'm bringing out the big guns. What are we going to be discussing today? Well, we're going to be discussing everything. Same kind of format. It's free form. We're just talking about whatever with the One Piece. We're going to be talking about the stupid. I'm going to this. My co-host doesn't have to do this, but I'm going to briefly discuss the stupidity surrounding both two primarily main characters in the Wano arc. So stupid that if you avoided this controversy and you're a One Piece fan or a fan of anime, you are a lucky bastard. But before we get all to the juicy stuff, we gotta whet your appetite, tease you a little bit. Just put the finger in, if you will, just a little bit, just a finger, just a tip. We're gonna talk a little bit more about the dub because we already discussed that. Some people that stood out to me that I'm hearing more of voice acting wise, because beforehand we didn't get more of that. We didn't get a lot of them in the previous episode we did of Wano Watch. And now, we made it, guys. We're past episode 1,000. I'm past episode 1,000. I'm on 1,003.
Bow, bow, bow.
Yep. And, yeah, so far, my initial thoughts are... Wano's good. Does it have the place of beating Marineford? We shall see. Marineford was top-notch, and probably the best... one of the best arcs I've seen in a while from an anime. Not the best, because... I've seen some pretty good arcs, but I enjoyed that. I will always say that Marineford is a very good arc, and that if for some reason you look at that arc and go, it's not that good, I'd be surprised, because even a blind man who can't see anything was still able to enjoy it.
It was a good arc, yes.
It was a very good arc.
It was a different formula than a lot of One Piece arcs, obviously, you know. A lot of new faces in Marineford and stuff like that. New concepts, whatnot, but Wano, I really hope Wano tops, or at least hope Wano's in the top 3 for you.
It's gonna have to do a lot to be Whole Cake and Punk Hazard. I don't think it's touching Marineford.
You like the singing and the Disney vibe, the Alice in Wonderland mystical aspect of Whole Cake. But,
oh yeah, of course.
I only 1,000, dude. You're almost approximately halfway. Or you are about halfway done with Wano. We got about 85 episodes left of this arc, and I mean, truth be told, you just finished about 85 episodes of this arc, so you're about halfway. So there's a lot more goodies to come, so to speak.
And this a-hole over here won't let me go past 1015 without him.
You absolutely cannot watch, and you know, if anybody knows what I'm talking about with 1015, I would like to see Panda's reaction.
Yes, because I am a panda, indeed. But no, I don't know what's coming in 1015. I know stuff about Wano that I already knew previously, and unfortunately, thanks to fucking YouTube, I know more about than I should.
A lot with YouTube.
Yeah, when they go, insert spoiler here. Huh, what's this about? the one spoiler though I did not care for, or not that I didn't care for, but it was like I don't mind that I got the spoiler. Was the name of the video is called "Get Me Closer So I Can Hit Her with My Sword," and you get Brooke and Frankie singing, and then Frankie rolls. He freaking, and this is part of the episode. This is one of the episodes. This is 998. This is one of my favorite episodes so far. Freaking Frankie and Brooke are just up in the sky, flying so high. And then you hear, "Born to be free, go, go, Frankie."
Definitely.
If anybody...
No, sorry. Go. You go. Keep going.
If any of you were if any of your ears are bleeding right now, I'm sorry. I'm not Patrick Seitz. I don't have his voice. I'm sorry. But that was the way it ended. Was such a great ending to an episode. He just shows up and goes, "Huh, looks like I ran over something. Hopefully it wasn't a pretty flower." And just looks at Nami. I'm like, "Oh, bro, are you rizzing right now?"
I'd say the voice actors for the English dub department are. I mean, they've been doing it for years, but I just feel like they've upped their game a little bit in Wano, at least in the raid arc. I don't know, like Frankie's English dub, he just sounds a lot more comfortable doing Frankie.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, he sounds like he's in his element at this point. Definitely. Yeah, and Brooke was always good.
Yes.
These characters that were established for long periods of time, like they got their footing, except Luffy. Sorry, we'll never get off my Luffy hate boner.
Yeah, he's a Luffy hater, everybody.
Everything about Luffy pisses me off.
You gotta do a video on why I hate Luffy. Like, you just gotta make a video.
Oh, definitely. I'm going to make a video. Once I finish Wano, I'm going to make a video why Luffy is the worst Santa.
Hopefully you like Luffy a little bit more at the end of Wano. Even a little. If it goes up a percentage, I'll take it.
I don't know, man. All I'm saying is that I'd rather see frickin' Hippoemmer on screen besides Luffy. Luffy, yeah, Luffy the L. I'd rather see Momo from Bleach on screen more than I'd see Luffy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
And Momo is the worst character in all of Bleach. I would say Omaida's up there as well, but we're not talking about Bleach. So yeah, the dub, honestly, it's improved, and you can tell that people are having fun. I looked at the voice actor for Kaido, which I cannot remember his name. I know it's a Dave, and I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I apologize, but the Dave, he tweets that all the time. Like that's his hashtags now. That's his bio on Twitter. It's voice of Kaido, voice of Gorilla Grodd, or Drax the Destroyer, or etc. etc. But Kaido is number one. Kaido's his first thing. I can tell he's enjoying Kaido. He's having a ball with that character.
Yes. Yeah, no, Kaido... We haven't heard much of Kaido, obviously. Kaido's not the forefront yet. The raid's happening currently, but Kaido is obviously... He's the big bad, the final guy. So, it's going to take a couple more episodes until we get to the meat and potatoes of the Kaido fight.
Oh, and speaking of Kaido, we didn't cover this, but Big Mom and Kaido joined up? What?
Yeah, they had a pirate alliance. Yeah, 2 Yonko just, joining, which is the Marines' worst fear. I mean, dude, if I was a Luffy, I'd be pooping bricks right now, dude. Fighting 2 Yonko, 2 Emperors, it's crazy.
And one where he just barely got escaped from if it wasn't for Jinbei. I can understand why Jinbei, people don't like his English dub voice. I get it. But from what I gathered, it was one of his only other roles that are named, if not his only role that is named. So you gotta give the guy a little credit. I don't know why they would give Jinbei to this person if it's his first role. I don't know what they were thinking with their dub choices. I'm actually going to be talking to some people later next weekend about some of that, just getting some feelers out there, seeing if I can get any answers, because I would love to know what their thought process was when they first started dubbing it, like when they first cast Colleen, when they first cast Zoro, when they first cast Nami, like what were their like choices? Was it just, hey, I want to be Zoro because I'm Chris Sabat, or was it, hey Luffy, you got or hey Colleen, you give nice head, come here, be Luffy? Or, I just had sex with that girl, and the rubber reminds me kind of Luffy, so I'm gonna cast her as Luffy because this rubber reminds me of the time we had sex. I don't know.
Yes.
But either way, I think it's crazy how Jinbei just showed up out of nowhere as like, yeah, I'm here now.
Yeah, no, I loved it, dude. We didn't know what Jinbei was doing this past, from the Whole Cake arc. He went to go be with his old crew and make sure they didn't die, but we haven't seen him we haven't seen Jinbei since, episode like 888. About 100 episodes, actually.
Yeah, about 100 to almost 200 episodes.
I don't think it was 200. It was almost exactly 100, which is like 2 years in our time. So we haven't seen Jinbei in 2 years at this point, and everybody is probably wondering, is Jinbei going to come back at all? Is he going to come back with like an eye patch? Like, is he going to lose an eye or a leg or a limb or just something? And maybe got his life force taken a little bit by Big Mom, and but he seems to be none. What do they call it? He seems to be
not harmed at all.
I was gonna say like not worse for wear. I forgot that term though. But no, Jinbei looks good. He looks good so far.
I really do like the chemistry between Jinbei and Robin. I kind of ship them a little bit. Kind of ship them just a little bit. I would love to see at the end of everything if Jinbei and Robin got together.
Oh yeah, dude. No, Jinbei X Robin. Everybody, come on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Jinbei X Robin, Pudding X Sanji, Luffy X a bullet.
X a steak. Nah, Luffy X a nice fat steak.
Luffy X.
Would have intercourse, dude. Luffy would have intercourse with a steak before he has intercourse with a beautiful woman.
He would have sex with a steak before he had sex with Boa Hancock. Yeah, and look, I don't think Boa's the most attractive woman ever. Boa's not that attractive to me, to be honest. But
okay, I mean, that's a take. That is a take.
But she's still better. She's still a woman and is attractive. Don't get me wrong. She's still attractive. She's just, top 5 women obviously have to be Reiju, Robin, Rebecca, Nami, and possibly Yamato. I'm not sure.
3 R's, bro. Reiju, Robin, and Rebecca.
Exactly.
That's your triple threat right there.
But we all know that best girl is what was her name? Cabo? An Alabaster.
Oh, Vivi?
No, not Vivi, her companion.
Oh, Karu, the duck.
Yeah, Karu. Everybody knows that Karu is best girl.
Dude, no one talks enough about Kotomasaki. Is that her name?
Dude, she showed up. She showed up and was like, "Yeah, I'm Momonosuke's sister," and then she dipped.
So the portion that we finished off at from our last podcast, it showed how Toki transported Momonosuke, Kinemon, Kenjuro, and I think there might have been like one more person, Raizo. It just showed how all of those people got teleported by Toki and stuff. Kotomasaki was not one of them. That's why she aged to 20 years. So she's 26, and Momo's only 8 now.
Yep.
Momo's technically older, but no, well, not right now, I guess.
Momo's technically only been alive for 8 years, while Kuramasaki's been alive for 26.
Exactly. So in a weird timeline way, now she's the older sister, but that is interesting, and hopefully she has more to play in Wano. The raid is just beginning, man. Let me ask you this then. What did you think of the initial raid? In the very, very beginning, when the raid first got initiated, you saw Law, Kid, and Luffy fighting over, let me take down this battleship. And then they were fighting and taking down ships. And what's your opinion on when they were in the water compared to when they first docked onto Onigashima?
So I thought it was cool because the air, the vibe around when they were like all 3 doing their attacks, it reminded me of when Yuno and Asta did their combined attack in Black Clover. And yes. So it reminds me of that, and I love it when I like to see villains and allies team up to take down a greater bad. Like if the Marines, I know this isn't going to happen, but like if the Marines teamed up with Luffy's crew to take down Kaido and Big Mom, that'd be dope. Or like in Punk Hazard, where I think it was Punk Hazard, where Smoker was even like, yeah, I don't like these pirates, but we're working with them. And at the end, even they were like, you know what, you're pirates, but you're not that bad.
Exactly.
I like that stuff.
Interesting theory.
I would love to see more of that. I hope I get more of that in Wano. I know Kid, Law, and Luffy aren't technically like enemies in a sense, but they are. I guess it's hard to say rivals because Kid and Law compared to it's just they haven't been as prevalent. Kid barely exists before Wano. Like Kid barely exists before Wano.
So Kid's interesting. Kid was stated when we first found out about him. Kid was stated that he was the most dangerous out of all of the super rookies, the supernovas, if you will, the worst generation, whatever name you want to call them. He was the most dangerous. I mean, when he got introduced, he had a higher bounty than Luffy. So Oda specifically, he came out and said that he specifically tried to have Kid be the fan favorite of the worst generation, but for some reason all the fans got gravitated towards Law, and Oda was like, okay, well, I mean, he didn't expect it. He tried to have Kid be the coolest. Kid had a higher bounty than Luffy. It was stated that he was like a tyrant. You know, if he got disrespected on an island, he'd burn and pillage the entire island down. Like, don't cross him and his men if you disrespect him. So, you know, Oda wanted Kid to be the coolest. Does Kid get time to shine later on? Very much so in this arc. So, be on the lookout for some Kid action. Law action.
And that's an out of context clip right there. Stay tuned for some Kid action.
Stay tuned for some Eustace Captain Kid action. And no, I mean, I am very curious, Brad, to see who you'll like at the end of this arc, Law or Kid, for power and personality. We got a lot of Law, but
we did get a lot of Law.
Character development, because he sure does within this arc. You haven't even seen, the pot's just heating up right now, dog. There is so much more One Piece of goodness, Wano goodness to eat up, dude. I'm so excited. I mean, well, everything after 1000 is just wild, in my opinion. So,
well, I will say this that after a certain point, crap, I was gonna. Oh yeah, I know, because I got to the point where Phoenix shows up. I know Phoenix shows up, and we saw him helping. Perospheros was helping him, which was weird, because he's like, screw this Team Rocket BS, I'm gonna go up there myself.
Marco took his candy fruit, and he just left the Big Mom crew, because, you know, there was a meme of the Big Mom crew kept falling down the waterfall.
Yeah.
And then Marco. So, he was, Perospero was like, alright, screw this, and he just took his candy fruit and made like a candy platform and just flew up.
Alright, screw this, I'm about to lickety-lick this up.
I hate Perospero.
I like Perospero. Every time he talks, I smile just a little bit.
He just overstays his welcome, bro, in my opinion. Like, this whole arc, he just overstays his whole fucking
Oh, he is not necessary in this arc whatsoever, but he is...
Why is he here, dude? He had his time to shine last arc, and he got his arm blown off by Pedro.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing here, dude? Like, you're in your 50s or 40s, dude. Like, go home. Go kick your feet up. No one wants you here.
But if Mama Lickety wants it, then that's what Mama's going to lickety get.
God, I just think all of the Big Mom pirates just overstay their welcome, honestly. Big Mom's cool in this arc, very scary. But, like, what threats are the Big Mom pirates in this part of the, in Wano? Like, Luffy defeated their strongest member, which was Katakuri, and then now there's just Big Mom. She's there, which is necessary. But, like, what is Smoothie gonna do, dude? Or what is...
Okay, I got this, alright? So, and I'm gonna say this for every single female. Every single female in One Piece can take down at least 2 of the Straw Hats.
Every single female in One Piece?
Can at least defeat 2 of the Straw Hats.
Every single female in One Piece?
Almost every single female. Almost every single female.
You think Vivi?
Yes, I think Vivi could definitely defeat Brook and Sanji.
Oh wow, yeah, right, bro.
Dude, Sanji wouldn't even touch Vivi. Vivi would
That is
just,
true.
and Brooke would be
That is
like,
true.
all Vivi had to do was show him her panties, which, good on you, Brooke. I'd want to see myself, but nevertheless, and then bam.
Yeah, I mean,
Also, if Brooke tried to attack Vivi, Sanji would get in the way and strike him down.
Sanji would go like Super Saiyan if anybody hurt a woman.
Yeah, he goes super simp, 100%. I hate
Now
that
it's
whole. I hate that. Zeph, you're a piece of garbage person for teaching that to him. It's a good mentality to have when you're a young kid, especially with the power Sanji has. But come on, man, don't say you should never hit a woman. Yeah, what if she's coming at you with a knife or trying to kill you like Tashigi was? Oh no, how dare you, Zoro? You freaking attacked a woman even
it's
though she's
just that
trying to.
honor, bro. I feel like you can relate to that. You're very protective of women.
Yeah, I know, but here's the thing, right? Like, no, if an innocent woman is getting, like, if I were to see Nami get freaking bullied by king or queen, I'd be like, damn straight, Sanji, protect that woman, she's gonna get murked. But Tashigi versus Zoro, Sanji steps in. No, F off. Mermaid Island, I understand why people, that was the worst arc in all of One Piece.
Okay. I can't disagree with that take. There is one arc that's worse, which is the Foxy Pirates. One that you skipped that arc, I think.
Yeah, because it was filler.
The Foxy was not filler. It was filler in the canon. So like, I'll explain this real fast. So in the Foxy arc, worst arc in the series, by the way, everybody. But in the Foxy arc, in the manga, you know what a Davy backfight is? Have you heard of that? I feel like you. Well, it's the thing that pirates do, right? Where two pirate crews, it's like an honorary duel where the pirate crew kind of fight it out in like a tournament style setting.
Okay.
Fight is. So the Foxy Pirates fought the Straw Hat Pirates, and in the manga they only had 3 rounds of it, and that was it, which was nice. But in the anime, they did 3 rounds, and they're like, oh wait, no, we're having a redo because this didn't count. Like there was a sore loser for Foxy, so they did another three rounds, which was a whole bunch more episodes. And I was just like, what is this garbage?
That was like 10 or 12 episodes, by the way.
Yeah, no, it overstayed his welcome. Foxy was someone I didn't care about. And then he showed up again, and I'm like, well, shit. But no, so I agree that Fishman Island is a boring arc. Rough. I mean, it had so much potential, man. They hyped it up almost as much as, like, Wano or Alabama.
Yeah, they really have. They're like, oh, Fishman Island, we're finally going to get there. It's post-time skip. Where are we going to go for our first thing? Fishman Island. Oh, shiz, that sounds intense. Let's go. And then the only redeeming quality is that Shirahoshi exists. And you got more, like, there are certain characters I really like, I forget what his name was, but he was the oldest brother. The one that had no weird quirk. He was the most honorable one.
The oldest brother? Oh, you have Fukuboshi, Manboshi, and... Oh, God, what's the third one? Fukuboshi, Manboshi, and...
Samba! One Piece is so crazy.
I know. Well, okay, I would say that older... What do you think of this so far? Because you're almost caught up completely. People say that the beginning part of One Piece until the time skip, like all of part 1 One Piece, is more of like an adventure manga with a little bit of battle shonen thrown in with it. Like
no.
It's not a full-on... Hear me out first. This is what they're saying. I want your opinion on it. People say it's a big adventure manga with battle shonen properties sprinkled in it, and then post-time skip One Piece is just much more battle-oriented shonen with a little less adventure manga sprinkled in.
I would say it's 50-50 because for the adventure part of it, I can't really see that because there was a lot of action before time skip. And then after time skip, it was mainly action, yeah, but then you had arcs like Punk Hazard, Zoe, and the Revelry.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, look, the only reason why I kind of agree with that is because we had all of, East Blue. We got to check out all those islands, and sure, it was a battle shonen for those. But we got to see, like, Reverse Mountain after that, and then we got to see Whiskey Peak, then Little Garden, Drum Island, Alabasta, and Skypiea, Jaya, Water 7, like all these crazy islands. We went to more islands pre-time skip than post-time skip, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Arcs are longer now, so.
Yeah, the pacing's way worse.
Oh goodness, yeah. I hope you do like the raid though. That's what I'm hoping for. I really enjoyed the raid. I was on the edge of my seat for a lot of the raid.
I know. I just want to. So what I know about Wano, that I know that Phoenix and Kid and Law are gonna fight Big Mom, and I'm kind of curious to see how that's gonna work. I really want to know how they're gonna pull it. I know they're really strong characters, and they have really strong powers. But Big Mom's an emperor, and she might be even an awakened paramecia.
How the heck if you think Law and Kid are gonna fight Big Mom? How the hell do you even see Law and Kid beating Big Mom, bro? How? Tell me. Like,
I don't know. Like, I think Law would have to go awakened, or Kid would have to go awakened. And
you think they would awaken their devil fruits?
If both of them awaken their devil fruit, then that maybe would be able to. That would probably be able to stop Big Mom, or at least contend with Big Mom to an extent. Because I don't know if this counts at all in the One Piece universe, but Big Mom's an old woman. Law and Kid are still young, in their early 20s, maybe late teens, early 20s, maybe at most early 30s.
Yes, yeah. And do you think Law and Kid would awaken their devil fruit abilities this arc, or you can't see it?
I mean, Wano, if Oda is saving all of his big guns for Wano, or at least a lot of his big guns for Wano, I would say that this would be a very good opportunity to have Kid and Law awaken their devil fruits. Okay. However, I am curious if we're ever going to see Law's true ultimate devil fruit power, which would kill him.
Eternal youth?
Yes.
Surgery?
Yes, and if, by the way, I'm putting this on record now, if he uses it for Luffy, I'm going to make an hour-long rant video of how I think One Piece is the worst anime, Luffy's the worst, it'll be bad.
I don't see that, though. I don't see that. I do not see Law using it on Luffy. Could I see him using it in the series? That's even up for debate, but definitely not Luffy, so you're good. Definitely not.
Good, because I would hate that so much.
I'd put money on it.
What if, and this would be a total ass pull, what if Oda was like, yeah, I can't, what if Oda makes Law, is like, yeah, I kinda can't use it, because I already used it, or I lost access to it, or I used it technically already, or something like that. Or if like, for example, Law used it on... If Law used it on the equivalent of, like, if somehow a god got one-shotted, or some, like, type of big entity got one-shotted, and then Law was like, well, you're literally our only hope, and without you we're kind of effed, so...
Exactly. I mean, we'll wait and see. At this juncture, at this point in the manga, Law has yet to use it. So just be happy he hasn't used it on Luffy.
Yeah, I'm very happy that he hasn't been using it on Luffy. But Wano wouldn't be Wano. You ready? Hey, Jake, you ready to get into the mud? You ready to open a can of worms?
Sure.
So, there is a couple of characters in Wano that I have a problem with.
I know where you're going with this.
Okay. There's just a couple. So, let's start off with the positives. These two, I'm gonna give you anticipation. You probably already know who I'm talking about, but one of these characters, I wish they didn't even exist. I wish they were gone. I wish they never existed. Everything about them pisses me off, to their voice acting performance, to their entire existence, to the internet. You know, what they did with the internet, what the internet did with this character. The same to be said for the second character. However, the second character is a little bit more tolerable, a little bit more palatable. And let's talk about it. I'm talking about Kiku and Yamato. Let's start with the positives first. Yamato is cute. She's a cute girl. I like her. She's pretty cute. She has a cute personality. She tries to act all big and bad, and when in reality, she's a cute girl. I like that. I like that about her. Mind you, I said, whoa! I said, girl. For those of you in the back that are too retarded to take out your earbuds, woman! Anywho.
This is his rant.
Yes, it
This
is.
his rant, by the way, gang, so just hear him out, I guess.
So, Yamato, I think that the performance for Yamato at certain points is fine, but at other points it feels as though either she hasn't got into her role, or she's still, like, because this is I don't doubt there's some nervousness going into this. This is a big role. This is a big deal. Yamato's an important character for this arc. So it makes sense. I get it. But the controversy surrounding her was the most retarded thing I've ever seen in my life. So much so that the creator of the damn thing had to come out and say, no, she's not. She's a woman. And then everybody on Twitter and social media going, she's not a woman. Watch this. And disgraced Oda, who, mind you, I don't even like the guy. I think he's okay as a writer, but he doesn't deserve to have his work to be, like, disgraced to that extent, you know? And Yamato is the one that caused the most uproar on the internet, but there's some positives about her. From, you know, maybe the voice actress, who was Michelle Ruff, by the way, Toka in Date Alive. She was also in Hell's Paradise. She's in a lot of shows. She's Mion Shion and Higurashi Go and Sotsu, which, fuck you. And, she honestly is not a bad character. I want to see more about her. We haven't got her backstory, but I'm interested. And her devil fruit, I hear, is kind of sick. Any comment? Any comments?
Very sick. I love her devil fruit. One of my favorite.
I'm almost done with my rant. Don't worry. Also, I don't know, and what I'm worried about in the most is if the dub went out of their way to change she to he. Because I know how people think. I know how these idiots do. And unfortunately, they would do that. And I hope if they did that, Oda looks at them and goes, oh, no, no, no. Yeah, here you go, Netflix. F Funimation. You're getting this now. If you mess it up, let me just mail you a sword with, say, no cuts. But yeah, Yamato's fine. Yamato's totally fine as a character. I want to see more of her. I'm genuinely interested in her. In more ways than one. I hear she has kind of cute ass, too. I'm gonna slide my tongue in. Anyway, before we get fully demonetized, so the next character, I wish his character didn't exist. I hate everything about this character. When even the narrator refers to him as a she, this is the stupidest thing ever. So I don't know if they're confirmed or not, but Oda does have a sense of humor. It's Okiku, voiced by Kaylee McKee. I could go over some of her roles, or his roles. I'm not quite sure what... So the thing with Kaylee McKee is, she's not like other... And I'm going to call her a she, until proven otherwise. But it seems like she has the surgery and she transitioned. Which is, I guess, I don't agree, but, you know, at least you have the right equipment. So... And she's only gone by Kaylee McKee. So again, I don't know if it's a he or she. I'm just going to call her a she because she's voicing a man. Or a woman. And she has voiced women. And so, with that being said, Kaylee McKee she's a good voice actor, don't get me wrong. She did not do this character justice. At all. It was not a good performance. I don't know if the character's trans or not, but you had to go out of your way to get a trans person to play, by the way, not just one, but two characters. One of them that's kind of ineffectual, named Izo, who is voiced by a trans person who goes by the name of Jesse James Grell, but F you, I'm not calling you that. Your name is Josh, you didn't get the surgery, you daft cunt. Yeah, I don't like Kiku. If the Kanjuro and Kiku's fight was mid, I didn't care for it because you had Orochi getting murked and Kaido just looking like a badass, and then you go to the Kiku fight. It was very underwhelming. Very, very underwhelming. Everything about Kiku is annoying, and if they're really a trans character, I need to know more details because Oda even came out and said there's no trans characters in my manga. So either that was a dub thing, or I don't know what it is. But Kiku, get the fuck out of here. I hope you don't show up again. I know you're going to, but I hope you never show up again.
Oh my goodness.
I know you're going to show up in the bathhouse scene where you go to the ladies' bathhouse and Yamato goes to the guys' bathhouse. I don't know why Yamato is that delusional, but I guess if you want to see naked Yamato, good for you guys. I mean, naked Yamato, I mean, you know. But, so that was my rant. Kiku and Yamato, two characters that could have been it could have been just normal, regular characters, but because of the internet and its stupidity, it blew it out of proportion or it made it seem something like it wasn't. And because of this, the dub could have suffered. Because now it's possible that they went in and changed all the she's to he's. And if they did that, again, I dropped the One Piece. Because I'm not having that woke no. That would piss me off. Get 1,000 episodes in, and this when you try this crap, get out your way. But now, I mentioned Kanjiro and Kiku. The reveal, though. That was insane. I didn't expect that.
Yes.
Or the fact that Kaido, like, I loved it. I don't know if I mentioned in the last one, but if I did, I'm gonna say it again. He's like, you know, Odin, I respect you. I hate that our fight ended the way it did, but don't worry, I killed the old bitch.
That was fantastic. Kaido has respect. As we know, he's like a Viking, bro. He's like a Viking war man.
With horns.
Yes. Yes.
But yes.
And you obviously know Luffy and Kaido fight, right? Like that's no spoilers. So
that's not. Yeah, I just know that's.
What episode do you want to see that? What episode from right now on? What episode would you like to start seeing it commence? Like kind of the initial stages.
The initial stages. Well, I'm taking.
What would be appropriate, in your opinion?
So it seems like the Akazaya Samurai, because I haven't started the episode, but the name of the episode is Akazaya Samurai Fight Kaido once again.
Oh my goodness, I'm excited to watch that later then. That's a good battle. What episode is that?
1003.
Okay, god damn, we're not close to 1015, dude. Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there.
So yeah, I think honestly, I want to be. Because here's the thing, I know what I want and what I know is going to happen are two different things. Because I know that rooftop battle that everyone keeps on talking about, that I keep on hearing about and everything. I think that's going to be 1015. I think that's when 1015 is when that's going to happen. When I'd like to see it happen, 1008.
Okay, 1003, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I thought it was. Well, yeah, okay, that's valid. I was kind of thinking that too.
Because I would want it to start at 1008 and then, or 1008 or 1010 and end at 1015 with whatever Luffy's going to do or Luffy get.
Oh, you want the Wano or the Luffy fight to end 1015?
No, like not the Gear 5 fight, but the fight, the second fight, because I know he fights 3 times, and the second fight, I want it to end on 1015. I'm curious. I'm curious to see King. By the way, just to say, Gabe Kunda, the voice of King in dub, it does a really good job, and everybody in the Beast Pirates kind of laid all on the table. And Jack is the most ineffective one.
Poor Jack. He just gets memed on.
Man, you don't know Jack. You don't know Jack is shit. Also, I love the way that Queen says shit. It's very inflected upon. It has a nice inflection. It was like, wow, shit.
Queen's the comic relief of the Kaido Pirates, the Beast Pirates. King's the no-nonsense right-hand man. He's like the Zoro, like the honored Zoro, or the honored right-hand man of the, of the said captain.
Mm-hmm. He really
respects Kaido.
it seems also as though that Luffy, because what I want, like the last 2 episodes I watched, or the last episode I watched, it could be 1002, 1003, whatever, but it was showing Scratchman Apu, which was fighting, I believe, Zoro and Drake, or was he fighting Luffy and Drake?
What? I think Zoro and Luffy.
Okay. Also,
Yeah,
I found out who replaced the original voice actor as Scratchman Apu. Apparently he took over for him as early as episode like 600.
I didn't care enough about Apu to even remember.
Yeah, I
voice.
know, but I don't even remember his original voice. All I know is the dude's dead. So that kind of I mean, sure, maybe. And then another guy is named Brent Mukai. That's all I know. He's in a bunch of shows I've never seen before.
Cool name. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot more to come. It was it ended like what, 74, 75. So yeah, there was like 25 solid episodes in which we've tackled.
Wait, 25? What are you talking about?
It was around 25 episodes in which we tackled.
Oh yeah, we tackled all. Yeah. No, we watched at the end of the Odin fight, which was sick. I like Odin. Robbie Damon.
From our first podcast to now, yes, it's 25 episodes we've concurrently watched.
I love Odin. Odin is a cool character. Robbie Damon did his one. It was a great performance. One of his, in my opinion, honestly, and this is going to be a hot take, but I think it's probably one of his best roles.
I like them a lot.
I know for every Sailor Moon dub fan out there that's watched it in the last 10 years, they're gonna be like, Tuxedo Mask. No, man. Top 3. I'm gonna say it to you right now, no particular order. Hashvault, Megumi, and
Is Hashvault from Bleach?
Yes, Odin is Hashvault from Bleach.
Odin, Megumi, and Hashvault?
Yes, Odin, Megumi, and Hashvault. I think those are his 3 best roles. He's a great voice actor and a cool dude. And yeah, no, I think he did a really good job. I think that Kanjuro's voice was ineffective. I was like, it's whatever, I guess. And what I like so far right now about this particular arc of Wano is all that's happening. There's stuff going on. It's not just fluff, for the most part. There's actual, like, progression and whatnot. They did stop a little bit to show the bounties of the Straw Hats, but to be fair, we didn't know what Jinbei's bounty was, and I didn't know half of the other Straw Hats bounties. I knew Chopper was 100, and that Luffy was had the most, and then I thought it was going to be Luffy, Sanji, Zoro, but no, it's Luffy, Junbei, Sanji. It's like, wow.
It's Luffy, Jinbei, Sanji, then Zoro.
That's insane. And the
right-hand man's not the strongest, or not. Well, bounties don't mean much, but he's not the second highest bounty.
Yeah, but to the pirates it means something.
Yeah, it does. It's like a thing of honor and stuff. So it does matter to them, yes.
It
shouldn't show your strength.
Yes, and the fact that there's such a discrepancy between Jinbei's bounty and Sanji's. It went from 300 to freaking almost 500 million.
Yeah, no, I think it was 330, and then it was 460 million.
That's over 100,000 worth. That's 150,000.
That's just crazy.
I like Jinbei though. I like his. He has
150,000, bro. 150 million.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Holy shit. Yeah, million. I wonder how much
I was like, wait, did I hear that right? And I went back.
I wonder if the berry count, how much one berry would equate to American dollars. If it's like 1,000 berries equals $1.
Yeah, I looked a video up. It's yen, Japanese yen. Essentially.
Oh, really?
That's what I tell you. Yeah, I mean, if you want to just think of it as dollars, it sounds cool. Like Luffy's bounty is 1.5 billion berries or dollars or whatever. But if you do yen, he's worth like 300 million
Mm. Which is crazy. Which is crazy.
That's still a lot. That's still a lot, right? Like as one man, like one man's worth that much money. But it sounds cooler being 1.5 billion.
Yeah.
So let's just say that. Let's just keep saying that because it is like I think it is yen though.
I also really liked how in the last 2 arcs, we've seen almost every single supernova.
We have.
The only ones we haven't seen is Bonnie, and I think that's it, right?
Yes.
Wasn't there another supernova as well that you didn't know much about? He was a part of the Long Arm tribe or something like that?
We don't know a whole lot about Arouge. Mad Monk Arouge.
I like Beiji. He's cool. Yeah, he talks like this. He talks like a gangster, and he's voiced by Kyle Abe. He does a good job, Yamook. He even said Yamook. I popped so hard when he said Yamook. I got out of my chair and I was like, woo!
Too bad he's not in Wano, though.
No, that'd be kind of cool. If every single supernova showed up to take down Kaido... Okay, I gotta ask you this. If every single supernova showed up to fight Kaido, how glacked would Kaido be?
He just fucked some of them up. Like, you gotta understand the power gap now between Luffy post-Wano arc and a lot of the other supernova. Like, there's Law and Kid which get power-ups, but you gotta understand how just Luffy is just so strong compared to some of like Drake, bro. Drake would get no diffed by Luffy and Hawkins and stuff like that, and like I don't know, man. They're just Luffy's just much stronger than those clowns.
Yes. I think that by the end of this, I'll have a more because the next. So, what my plan is for the next episode, guys, because I feel like we've covered a lot. I don't know if there's anything else you want to add or ask.
This is about it. But no, share your statement.
I was going to say, I don't know when we're going to do the next Wano Watch episode. It might be like a halfway episode, like 2.5. Because because if
like another, whatever you want, man. Like
because if 1015 is what I think it is, and it's the fight ending, like, once we get the second ending of the fighting with Kaido, that's what my plan is. I want to do the second fight with Kaido as my break point. Now, if that happens to be 1015, well, looks like we're going to show up next Thursday, because that seems to be the plan.
This talk, bro. You think it's like that simple, like a Kaido fight, and then Luffy is just, he's down for the count for a while. I'm very excited to see your reactions with things then, if you will. You're going to be very excited, and that's why I'm excited to see how you'd react.
And I guess if it ends, like when the next second Kaido fight ends, because I know Luffy, there's no way Luffy is going to make it unscathed. I mean, he might be a little bit better, but Kaido has had 50 years on him. Or, like, not 50 years, like 30 years on him. So, yes. 30 years to take all that, and plus the Odin fight. I still think to this day that Odin would have beat Kaido.
Crazy.
But, yeah, no, I want... if we do come back, if say 1015 is the end of the Kaido-Luffy fight, and that's how it ends, then I don't mind... going to doing like a 2.5 because that'd only be 12 episodes. It wouldn't be the full 25 or 50 that I want to try and shoot for, but it's something. It might be a half episode. I don't know.
I mean, that'd be pretty apropos if you do like up to episode like 20 or something like that. Gives you like 20 episodes to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. Because One Piece, as you might know if you're a fan of the show, watching 10 episodes is not even grazing the freaking surface. Watching 10 episodes is going, hey, okay, neat. Unless you're just starting it out. 10 episodes of One Piece a day is a good starting out point. In fact, when I first started One Piece, I've watched, 4 arcs in a day?
You cruised on the earlier arcs. You just ran through them.
Like, I was on episode 300 in about, a good 2 or 3 weeks? Not a good 2 or 3 weeks, like in a good month or so?
Like a month? Yeah, you're at like 300.
And I say, I say that when Wano ends in dub is when I will, Because once I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to wait till the next batch or wait till all of Wano's out once I get to a certain point. I don't know.
No, we should batch them together because I'm not gonna wait, dude. I'm gonna just watch them batch by batch. I think I haven't watched the last 2 batches, but I want to watch. Dude, when the next batch comes out, I have to watch it, dog. I know exactly what part it's gonna be at. I have to, dog. So you got to be there with me, and then you can do a podcast on the batches instead. It makes it easier.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. It does make it easier at that point.
Like batch season this voyage, because they call it One Piece season 8 voyage 11, and it's confusing why they call it that. But
yeah, that is very confusing. That is really confusing. But and also to give a little side note, if any of you are curious about my thoughts about the One Piece, not enough is known about it yet to actually give a valid opinion. The first few hundred episodes of One Piece was actually adapted pretty well, so I'm not really gonna give it the thought of day unless it's a new dub cast, or which I highly doubt, or if it goes so fast that by episode 100 we're already past time skip. Which, if paced correctly, yeah, I might. Once we learn more things, because it was just announced earlier this month, so I want to know more.
Yeah, but no, as far as Wano goes, I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think that's about it, except for the wrap up and put this baby away in the can. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I'd like to thank you for coming to the Wano Watch. I hope you like and subscribe to this video. If you listened all the way through to the end of it, I hope you're a real one. My goal is to get this channel to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. So, we just started in January, so our goal is not unreachable. We talked a lot, from Yamato to Kiku's existence to all the things that's happened, a lot of the things that's happened through Wano. We can't cover everything, obviously, but what I do like to do is talk about it, and I've been enjoying it so far. And Jake and the kumquat over here is a freaking simp for One Piece, so he's going to like it.
I enjoy it, yes.
Yes, he likes Oda to ram his penis all the way up to his butt, all the way up to his mouth. Right through the butthole, all the way to the mouth.
Anyway,
but no, so with that being said, in all seriousness, thank you for joining me on this trip. Thank you for joining me on this voyage. We will be back again at some other time, maybe next Thursday, maybe 2 Thursdays from now. But Thursdays seem to be the best spot for it seems to be the best spot for the podcast episodes. So, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you continue on the voyage with us. And if you just started the voyage, we have episodes 1 and 2. We have also episode 1 out. I'll be putting this into a playlist, so for those of you who will want to have a playlist, I'll keep that there, and I'll link it in the description as best as I can. And after all that's being said, we're still looking for the One Piece. But this is Wano Watch, where we take it one piece at a time. And until next time, the voyage continues, and we set sail for new adventures. Till next time, guys, have a good one, and stay breezy like the seas. Anything you'd like to say, Kumquat, before we leave? Any final thoughts, Kumquat?
Adios, amigos.
Alright then, and that will be all for this episode. Alright, and I'm going to... Oh, my controller died. That's convenient. Anywho. Anywho, see you next time, guys. Bye!
Bye.
Teru shi 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 shi. Teru shi 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 shi. Teru shi 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 shi. Teru shi shi shi.